Fracking, a controversial gold mine or a massive threat to human health and the environment. Hydraulic fracturing is the process of drilling a well a couple of miles down to strike shale rock, blasting holes into the rock and pumping millions of litres of water and chemicals to extract gas from deep underground. Here in Balcombe in West Sussex, protesters have gathered to vent their anger over the test drilling by the oil and gas company Quadrilla. Over time, villagers fear their countryside will be ruined, with serious concerns for human and environmental health.
There hasn't been any trouble getting people to come here. People are coming in their droves from the village and from wider Sussex and from other places now, because this is a precedent for the whole country. We're talking about the Battle of Balcombe. This is much bigger than Balcombe. 60% of the UK is potentially up for licence for this ecocide. It does not bear thinking about.
We cannot live without clean water and air. That's the bottom line. Like, we won't have an economy if everyone's poisoned. Any other argument on top of that is just fallacy, because we cannot live without clean water.
I believe that there isn't a divide between where you live, because water contamination will go anywhere and everywhere. So I feel that most people are happy to just continue that momentum.
Protesters, young and old, have been here in what at times has been a carnival-like atmosphere. Many worry it could be the start of more fracking sites springing up across the UK.
The kids in this camp will be here with parents that are very aware of environmental issues, so they're also getting education and they're being taught to love and care for our planet and not just go and stick holes in it and chuck chemicals down it and not worry about the wildlife. I mean, in actual fact, this shale gas is not the answer to our energy problems, because it may only last for a few years.
It's not just, oh, of course the hippies have turned out. No, the hippies have turned out, but so have the villagers, so have the middle classes.
There seems to be this misconception that here in Balcombe it's just full of lots of eco-warriors, and that's just simply not true. It's full of locals, full of people from all over the country who've come down here to voice their opinion.
Things here in the camp have been pretty peaceful. Everybody here is united in their movement of protest against any fracking. But past these gates here are where the company Quadrilla have started their test drilling. Nobody from the company could give us an interview today.
But a Quadrilla spokesperson said they are currently drilling the 3,000-foot vertical well. They have planning and regulatory approval for this work from the Department for Energy and Climate Change, West Sussex County Council, the Environment Agency and the Health and Safety Executive. But the government are banking on the shale revolution kick-starting the energy market, bringing more jobs and powering our nation for decades to come.
We want Britain to be at the forefront of the shale gas revolution, because this is a major new energy source that can reduce energy bills for families and for businesses, can benefit the local communities where the energy exists, and can create thousands of jobs. And of course you've got to get the balance right with the tax regime and the environmental protection. But let's be clear, this is a real chance to get cheaper energy for Britain.
I can often hold a standard kitchen match to my water, and like I said, it is unpredictable, but the methane randomly travels with the water, and sometimes it will light.
The US say they've drastically reduced their reliance on other countries for gas, but this video allegedly shows the dangers of how water supplies can become contaminated if near a fracking well. But with an industry set to be worth billions, should residents in affected areas be taking more notice?
The locals can be against fracking and against a find of oil when they're running lawnmowers, they're running great big 4x4 cars, and they're running gas heating and gas cooking. You can't be hypocritical and want it but not in your back garden. I mean, it's not in our back garden. It's a tiny little site that no one can even see or hear.
It's nonsense over nothing, all these protesters. There's just rent a mob being brought in. We are local people, we farm locally, and which is quite at odds to most people around here.
I think the horror is the fact that this oil gas company might get their drills in the ground, find something, exploit it, and really change the face of the village, our countryside.
At the moment, Quadrilla have no immediate plans to frack on the horizon, but the fear from protesters is evident. Test drilling has already been delayed, but with this project set to last around 3 months, the Battle of Balcombe is only just beginning.